Alright, so welcome back guys, and welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision Hero Brand Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going over my death predictions for the second half of Fear the Walking Dead Season 6. Now, Fear the Walking Dead is something you're interested in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon so that miss no more Fear the Walking Dead content from me moving forward. Now let's begin. First up, we got Morgan. Now, I'm going to say for 100% he is safe. He is not going to die this season. Now, unless they do something insanely crazy, I don't see a reason for them to kill him off or why they would kill him off. I mean, yes, I know people hate him. I know they feel like he hijacked the show. But unless they decide to move him back over to the main show or to move him into the Rick movies, I don't see a reason for them to kill him off. It's definitely possible that they could move him over to one of those things, but I just don't see it happening, just due to the fact that I feel like I would think it would be rushed, just due to the fact we don't have much time left this season. Now, then we got Alicia. Now, Alicia, again, is another one where I'm going to say she is 100% safe due to all the stuff that's going on with the show, the hate that it's gotten. I highly doubt they'd kill off Alicia. If they do, I think the show would plummet and it would be done. And I just don't believe that they would go down that route unless Alicia and Carrie wanted to leave the show. But again, even then, I doubt they'd kind of kill her off. I feel like they try to negotiate with the actress to keep her on the show. But I'm going to say 100% Alicia is also safe and won't die this season. Now we got Strand. Now, Strand was a tricky one, because originally I was going to say, due to the way they've been writing him, I would imagine he'd be killed off by the end of the season, just because it feels like he betrayed the group, and it just feels like he's gone down that route of no return. However, I recently saw that I think it's been confirmed that Coleman Domingo will be returning for Season 7. So I'm going to assume that 100% he is safe. I originally thought that they could also come off because I know he was given like a big role in some movie. So I thought they could kill him off for that. But at the same time, I think right now Strand is safe. Now then we got Daniel. Now Daniel, again, is another one where I feel like he is safe just because we haven't seen much of him so far this season. He only has been in one episode. Now I know he's going to be added into more episodes in the second half, but I feel like him dying would just feel unnecessary and out of the blue. I just feel like it'd feel rushed. It would not feel organic, and it would just feel like they're killing him off to kill a character. Plus, he's an OG, and we all know how much fans would go nuts if they killed off an OG. So I highly doubt they're going to kill off Daniel. Again, it could be like a shocking thing, but just due to the fact that he has barely been in any episodes, I just doubt they would kill him off this season. Now, next we got Luciana. Now, Luciana is a tricky one. She is a static character. She has no real point, no real story arc. She's basically the same character she was the same day she was introduced to the show. She has not changed. She is a static character. And due to that, static characters can pretty much, die at any point. So I could easily see them killing off Luciana this season. At the same time, now, she hasn't been in any episodes, really. She was just in one episode so far this season. Now, if they give her more appearances in the second half of the season, then yes, I believe they would kill her off. However, as of right now, I just don't see it happening. And I'm going to give Luciana a 50-50 chance. They could kill her off, but she could live. Maybe keep her on just because she's an OG and people might freak out due to that. But I'm going to give her a 50-50. Now, then there's Al. Now, Al is another tricky one. I feel like they could kill her off, but at the same time, I think they're going to keep her for the fact that she is one of the few connections Fear has to CRM. And I think due to that, they're going to keep her on just due to the fact they probably want to have that connected tissue to CRM within Fear. So I just don't see them killing off Al. I think it would be a good idea to maybe kill her off, but at the same time, I just think it's not going to happen. I mean, I think it'd be maybe an okay idea, but at the same time, I just think that they won't. Then we got John. Now, John is a tricky one as well. I feel like in some aspects, he has completed his story arc, and it's time for him to go. But at the same time, I think he's a fan favorite, so I think that he could be left on the show, just due to the fact that he's more the ones that fans have gravitated to since Fear has gotten its soft reboot. So I could see them keeping him on just due to the fact that he is a fan favorite. But at the same time, I could see them killing him off. I'm going to give him a 25% chance of death. I just don't see him killing him off, but I definitely think it could be possible, but I just don't see it. Then we got June. Now, June is another one where I'm like, I don't know. June is one of those characters that the fan base has hated since she was introduced. Now, I feel like it could go one of two ways. I feel like they could either kill off John or June. I'd be shocked if they killed both off. I mean, maybe if they killed, like, one of them off and then the other one kind of couldn't live without the other one and then, like, either sacrificed themselves, then both of them would die. But at the same time, I just don't see it. So I'm going to give June a 50-50. She's been in a few episodes, but I just don't really see her dying. But overall, I'm going to give her a 50-50 chance of survival. Then we got Charlie. Now, I'm very interested to see what they could do with Charlie, because I feel like with Dakota now switching sides, I think it'd be an interesting thing to see both these characters team up, just because they're around the same age range. So I think those two characters being together on screen would be an interesting dynamic. But at the same time, I could definitely see them killing off Charlie this season. I think at this point, I feel like there's not much more they can do with her. But like I said, if they go down that route of giving her and Dakota some things to do, I could see them keeping her on. But I just really don't see her character going much more. So for that reason, I'm going to give her a 75% chance of survival with a small 25% chance she'll die. Then we got Dwight. Now, Dwight is a tricky one, but I'm going to say he is going to survive. I think they brought Dwight on last season. I don't really see the point of them killing him off just yet. I mean, he just got reunited with Sherry. I don't understand why they just kill him off right after the fact. So I'm going to give Dwight a 100% chance of survival. Maybe a 75% chance of survival. But I'm leaning more towards 100 just because I doubt they would kill him off after just bringing him onto the show. Plus, he hasn't been in too many episodes so far this season. Now then we got Sherry. Now, I honestly don't know how to put Sherry. First off, she's only been in 2 episodes so far this season. And from what I understand, the actress was originally didn't really want to come back. She was okay with leaving the show when she did, and she really had no plan on ever returning to the show. Now, I could see them killing her off due to the actress, like I said, not wanting to be on the show, so that this would give her a chance to walk away and be killed off. At the same time, since Dwight just got reintroduced to the character, they reunited, and she's a main opening credit character, I just don't see them killing her off. But I could definitely also see why they could kill her off. So I'm going to give her a 50-50 chance of survival. Now then we got Sarah and Wendell. Now, these are 2 characters. They're static characters. They have not changed. Sarah was promoted to opening credits, which is very interesting. I'm surprised they didn't upgrade Wendell as well. That doesn't really matter. But I don't know. They have only been in 1 episode each, and it was the same episode, and I don't really understand what they do with them. So I don't know. I feel like they could keep them on. I feel like one of them is going to die, one of them is going to survive. That's how I feel right now. And I think Sarah might live, just due to the fact that they just introduced her as an opening credit character. It seemed weird that they'd promote her and then kill her off. So if out of the 2, I'd say Wendell dies. But I've been saying that since they were both incorporated last season. I said that it would be a 50-50 for both. And I'm still going to leave it at a 50-50 just because I don't know which of them they'd kill off. But I do think and do believe that they should kill one off. Or I think that they could kill off one of them. But I'm going to give both of them a 50-50 chance of survival. Now, next we got the kids, Annie, Max, and Dylan. Now, I know fans, especially most of the Fear haters, don't really care for these characters. They just don't care. But for me, yeah, I get it. I get why people don't care. But for me, I at least want to see something done with them. I don't want them to just fall to the wayside and just never be seen again. I at least want to see something done with them, even if they end up being introduced in one episode and then being killed off in that episode or the next episode. Like, I at least want to see them, and I want to at least see something happen with them. I could easily see them dying in some kind of battle with Virginia's people, so I hope they're brought back, but at the same time, I just feel like they're going to end up dying anyway. Then we got Grace. Now, Grace is one I'm going to give a 75% chance of survival. I give the kids 50-50. I'm going to give Grace 75. Now, we know she's going to have her baby this season. We know she survives at least episode 12. So, I don't know. I feel like they introduced her as Morgan's love interest, and I feel like it'd be weird to have them kill her off right after being reunited, similar to Dwight and Sherry. It doesn't really make sense after that, so I really don't think they're going to kill her off, but I could see a world where they could kill her off. So, like I said, I'm going to give her a 75% chance of survival, but at the same time, I could see a way they could kill her off. But then we go on to Wes. Now, Wes is another one where I don't see them killing him off. I'm going to give him another 75% chance of survival. Just like with Sarah, he was just promoted to a main character in the opening credits. And they kind of set him up, at least in my opinion, last season, to be Alicia's love interest. And I really actually hope they go down that route when he and Alicia get reunited. I think that'd be a great thing. I'd love to see Alicia actually get a love interest. And I think he works perfectly for that. And again, he has only been in one episode, so unless they put him in a lot of episodes for the next half of the season, I just don't see them killing him off. Plus, he has no real connections to too many people, so him dying just wouldn't affect that many people. And when killing off a character, you want it to affect a lot of people, so I just don't see Wes dying at the moment. Then you got Rabbi Jacobs. Now, Rabbi Jacobs, similar to Wes, is one of those characters that is smaller. He is a recurring character. He was just introduced last season. While he is a static character and I could see them killing him off, I don't really want to see that happen just due to the fact that he's new. I want to see him stick around for a bit and see what more they could do with his character if they go down a route of making him a dynamic character. I could easily see him being killed off in one of the battles, but I just think there's more to do with the character, and I think I would like to see him do more in the series. So I'm at the same time, I'm gonna give him a 75% chance of survival. Next up, we got Virginia. Now, Virginia is another one where I'm not sure where I put her. On one hand, I could see them killing her off this season. However, I hope they don't kill her off. One of the things I think Fear the Walking Dead has had an issue with is that their villains don't really have a staying presence. If you look at the main show, Shane survived for the first 2 seasons, then you had the governor for the first 2 seasons, and then you did venture into smaller villains for season 5, the beginning of season 6, then you came back with Negan, and then the Whisperers. So one of the things I think that they need to do is give a villain a staying presence, and I think that they could do that with Virginia, and I really hope that they go down that route. I really think that they should do that with the character. We do have apparently ghostwriters. Maybe they can do something there. And I just really want to see them give this villain a staying presence. Because mainly in Fear the Walking Dead, the villains usually only last like a 1 season or half a season. And I just feel like they need to update that and give them more of a staying presence. So I'm going to I hope I'm right on this one, give Virginia a 75% chance of survival this season. Now then we got Dakota, her sister. Now Dakota is a static character. Dakota really has no story arc and could pretty much die at any moment. However, I really hope and I don't think she'll die. First off, she's in the opening credits. It would be weird to think that they'd add her to the opening credits and then kill her off in the same season. It just seems weird, especially since they just introduced her. I know they've done it before in the main show, where they'll upgrade someone and then they die that season. But to introduce a character now as a main character but then kill her off just seems weird. They did that with season 3, but I really hope they learn their mistakes here with Dakota. But I really like the character. Like I said, I thought they could do something with her and Charlie, maybe her and Alicia. It'd be very interesting to see what they could do there. But at the same time, I could see them killing her off as a way to make Virginia snap and go insane in a way. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to see Dakota die. I really like the actress. I'm going to give Dakota a 75% chance of survival this season as well, because I just feel like The actress is good. I really like the character, and I just really don't see a reason to kill her off. Now, then we're going to dip into some of these smaller characters. We got Virginia's right-hand man, Hill. Hill is like a red shirt, pretty much. Even though he's your second in command, which doesn't really make sense. He's our second in command, yet we don't really see, he's more of a C-level character. So I really hope they end up giving him more stuff to do in the second half. But I do believe he'll probably die. I'm going to give him a 25% chance of survival. I do think he will most likely end up dying. I just hope they do a little bit more of the character and just give him a bit more of a presence within the show rather than just being a red shirt. Because I feel like they should do that rather than him just be a red shirt that dies. Then we're going to dip into some of the more smaller characters like Nora and Leigh, the two guys that Dwight and Dwight and Al ran into in episode 3. Now, again, I'm going to give these characters both a 25% chance of survival. I think they'll be used as soldiers in the fight against Virginia, and they're pretty much probably going to be red shirts and just used as cannon fodder to stack up deaths in this half. One thing I do hope, though, along with Hill, like I said, I really hope they give these characters more, screen time. Yes, they can be red shirts. They could end up being smaller characters, but at least give them something. Let us know that they're actually there, because I feel like right now, even though I'm mentioning them, people don't even know or probably care that they're even part of the show. But I really hope that they actually do something with the characters. I got Rachel and Raleigh. Rachel's the girl that was the wife of the man that helped Morgan in the premiere, and she had a baby named Morgan. And then you got Raleigh, who is a member of Sherry's group fighting against Virginia. Now, first off, I'm going to give Raleigh a 25% chance of survival. Again, I think he's just going to be a soldier, use as cannon fodder to stack up deaths in the second half. So that's one way I see him going. I did like how they brought him back from last season. That's one thing I think the new showrunners have done well, is just bringing back characters that were just we saw and then they disappeared. Then they bring them back. I really like how they did that and are using reoccurring characters since they took charge of the show. Now, as for Rachel, I'm going to give her 50-50 chance. I think they could use her to adapt Rory and Judith's comic book death with her and her baby. I think they could do that there. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like I really want to see more of this character, because I feel like they could do something with her due to Morgan's connection with her husband. I feel like they could do something with her and Morgan. So I would really like to see them go down that route. But again, I give her a 50-50 chance. I would like to see her come on. And along with these couple minor characters I just mentioned, I do want to see them get more screen time and have a bit more of a presence within the show. That way, when they are killed off, which some of these most likely will, we actually care about them and they're not just red shirts. So yeah, guys, those are my death predictions for the second half of Fear the Walking Dead Season 6. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon to not miss any more Fear the Walking Dead content from me moving forward. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is linked in the about section of my YouTube channel. As always, it's been Vision Hero Boy Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.